Okay, so the remainder of the digestive system where we left off from the head, starting with the lesser omentum. So the lesser omentum is between the stomach and the liver. So what you want to do is lift up the liver and look between the stomach and the liver. And this little bit of of membrane that is between them is the lesser omentum. Now the greater omentum is this large sheet-like membrane extending from the greater curvature of the stomach. Okay? Greater omentum. Alright, now, the areas of the stomach. And I recommend that you have your book pictures simply open to the anatomy of the stomach. But what you're going to do is just lay out the stomach flat as it would lay in the body. And the area where the esophagus meets the stomach is going to be the cardia. Let's put this under. There we go. Okay, cardia. Then the domed poochie part is the fundus. The end is the pyloric region, so everything in between is body. Then the pyloric valve is where the stomach ends and the duodenum begins. And you can actually palpate it. It's a thickened ring of smooth muscle. And then that would begin the duodenum. Then you have lesser curvature and greater curvature of the stomach. Alright, now the small intestine. Leaving the stomach, so there's the end of the stomach, is the duodenum. Okay, so if there's a pin right after the stomach, you know it's got to be duodenum, because that's the first part of the intestine. Now the middle of the intestines is the jejunum. So if there's a pin just in the middle, jejunum. Now we know where the ileum is, because that's going to lead into the cecum of the large intestine. So if we just find where the large intestine begins, what is going on here? There we go. And the small intestine ends, then you know that this is ileum. So here's the cecum, and this is the end of the small intestine. So there's a pin here, ileum. Now the ileocecal valve is where the small intestine ends and the cecum begins. There's a thickened ring of smooth muscle there as well, ileocecal valve. Okay, then we have the colon. Starting with the cecum, then we go up, ascending colon, turn, right colic flexure, or also called the hepatic flexure because it's under the liver. Then it goes across the body, transverse colon. Then we're going to make another turn, and that is going to be the left colic flexure or splenic flexure because it's next to the spleen. Then we go down the body, descending colon. Then we end at the sigmoid colon, and we don't do the rectum. You'll see that on Adam. Okay, then we have the liver. So we've got the right lobe and the left lobe of the liver. Just position this guy so we can see the liver. Okay. Right lobe, left lobe. Separated by the falciform ligament, which attaches the liver to the diaphragm. Underneath the right lobe is also the gallbladder. It's going to be this pouch right here underneath the right lobe. And a lot of the cats will be very green because it had concentrated bile in it. Okay, and then we have the pancreas. So we did the pancreas in another video, but here we go again. You just lift up the greater omentum and look underneath the stomach. Okay, so what we've got is the head of the pancreas around the duodenum, body of the pancreas underneath the stomach, tail of the pancreas right next to the spleen. Alright, and that should be everything.